Hi, it's Renee, and today is July 29th, 2017, and this is my 8-week post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy revision to TS update. I had actually made this video already. It got to 12 minutes, so let's try this again. And I didn't think it had anything like mind-blowing that I said, so I'm just gonna like delete that. So stats, 36, 5'5", highest known weight of 277.6, November of 2008. I lost weight 3 times, 2 of those times getting into the 190s through diet and exercise. Gaining weight again. December 23rd, 2013, I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy in Portland with insurance and saw at 243.2 and saw lowest weight of 161.1 last August. Thanks to injuries, I gained weight very quickly of about 40 pounds. And around April, before my vacation to the magical and fabulous Cook Islands, I was trying to find a way of getting my weight lower. I found vision surgery of getting DS. I had forgotten or did not know that the sleeve stomach portion was half of the DS, and then the rerouting the guts was the second portion. So I was already halfway there. So I borrowed against a credit card and went down to Mexicali Bariatric Center and had traditional traditional DS revision surgery by Dr. Escara of Mexicali Bariatric Center. They treated me great. It was a great experience. I'm alive. I wish I did my initial surgery that way. Of course, whatever. We'll just stop. So where am I at today? So last week I came at you at 190.7, and this morning, which is my Wonderland, I was 189.4, so a 1.3 pound loss. Why is that my Wonderland? I don't count 199 as Wonderland. I count 189 as Wonderland. I have seen the 190s enough. 189, my Wonderland. So I'm finally there. I have, unfortunately, I have a lot more to go to get to where I was this time last year. But who cares? I'm there. What have I been doing? You're gonna hate me. Not much. I've been eating and drinking as I usually have. In fact, I still have about 1 candy bar a day. And thankfully, we DSers who have traditional DS only absorb about 20% of all fat calories. So it's amazing. And it's amazing. So should I feel guilty about that? Did you pay my bill? No, you didn't pay my bill. I paid my bill. So I don't have to feel guilty. I knew that this was going to do something like this. I didn't know at what rate. But that was the whole purpose of rerouting my guts, the malabsorption, because I already have the restriction. And I just needed more to get me where I want to go. And I am so thrilled. Am I exercising? Not really. On the weekends, I'm doing like severe yard and housework, like where my Fitbit is like off the charts. In fact, once I'm done with this video, it is dressing down, and I'm going to go have a sweat vest for at least 2 to 3 hours. And there is like consistent exercise. So that's pretty much all I'm doing at the moment, because my work schedule is heavier during the summer. Me going to the gym by 5:30 and then going to work after I shower. It alleviates my quiet time in the morning before everyone else gets into work, and then once everyone gets to work, I get interrupted so many times. It's so hard to be able to do what I need to do. So I don't have my boss hounding me. So it's my me time to get my work done before people get to work. So I usually am starting at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, insane. I need my sleep, but I've compromised it, and that's life. So I'm looking forward to about mid-September. I did mention I signed up for, I believe, I said Orange Theory fitness classes, because we have a new one coming in to where I work. But they don't open until then, so I'm getting excited for those classes because it'll be my machine. It'll basically be me and the machine and the instructor telling us what to do. Those are the kind of group classes I like. I hate Zumba. I called it disorganized chaos. I don't like boot camp because you're sweating and touching the same things as everyone else. It's disgusting. I've never tried CrossFit, and I probably won't, because again, you're going from equipment to equipment that everyone else is sweating on, and the bacteria, and that is just gross. And I've been reading about a lot of injuries, and I'm not jumping boxes or that kind of crap, so whatever. And then but good for you guys who are doing it, as long as you stay uninjured. And then yeah, I can't really think of any other kind of classes that I have available to me, so I'm looking forward to this. Okay, I'm going to end the updates there, and then what I'm going to do here is kind of a day in the life. I'm going to try to keep it really quick and short. This might be TMI for some of you, so hang up if you don't want to hear it. So life now as a de-esser. I wake up, my body takes care of business. I may have 1 or 2 movements in the morning before I leave for work by 4:30. I will try to have a protein shake of some nature, or a protein keto coffee, or just sometimes just keto coffee on my way to work, which is almost an hour. When I get to work, sometimes between that and 8 o'clock, I might have another movement. Usually I'm done by then. It depends. It depends on what I ate. If I had way too much fat, my guts are angrier than usual. And yes, they might be a little more loose than usual, but it's taking care of business. And I can be good to go. Around around 6 is usually when I'm having like a bacon and egg type breakfast, which is nothing different than I was having before. I might add some cheese. 9 o'clock, next meal. Noonish, next meal. 3 o'clock, next meal, and dinner is around 6:30. I am still occasionally snacking when I get home. I'm trying to stop that and alleviate that, but that might not work. I've noticed though that I don't know what it is I'm eating, or if I'm just drinking too much water, I may feel like a bloat. Might be a gassy bloat, or just might be like a waterlogged bloat. I probably should start tracking more closely what I'm eating, what times I'm eating them at, so I could at least narrow it down to see if I really want to feel that way later in the day or not. By the way, I always had the watery bloat even before the surgery, occasionally. So that's nothing new, but it's the gassy bloat that sucks. Because I, have neighboring cubicles. It's not even the sound, because I could probably get it a silent, deadly killer out. But it's, the whole killer thing if somebody needed my help and walks in my cubicle. So I need to actually get some kind of desk air freshener center thing that's not too strong and too overpowering, but will help dissipate any poison. Okay, so that's a quick day. I am taking my vitamins throughout the day. I am taking my birth control. I try to take it the first thing in the morning. I am going to talk about birth control. So it's debated on some of the DS Facebook pages that, we malabsorb. Why, you might malabsorb your birth control. So me, myself, I started my birth control 3 months before I got married. That was 15 years ago. I've had the formula changed, I think, about 3 times in those years of what I've been using. And I understand my cycles fairly well. So what has happened in the past when I was in the Kaiser system, I was very clear with my doctor is I have no intention of ever getting pregnant. And right then I was heavy. I think that was when I was at my heaviest, around the 270s. It was because that's how I found how much I weighed when I sliced my fingers and they weighed me when I had to go to urgent care. Um, anyways, so I've been at a specific dosage, I guess, for like forever. What I noticed though, as I was losing weight, because when I changed over, I still kept the same strength of birth control. As I was losing weight, my periods were changing, kind of. And how they were changing is when it was time to have my cycle. The menstruation was light, if not non-existent. Which, believe me, as a woman, hey, great. Of course, there are some times like, holy crap, am I pregnant? And after you have like a third or fourth weird one, they're not usually consecutive, but you take, you take a test, and you're not. You're like, oh, things are changing, and the reason why they're changing is because I'm taking the amount of, I do take hormonal birth control, is affecting because I weigh less, but still my system. Actually, it's my system way more awesome because of my weight. So I actually brought this up to my current PCP a few years ago about my weird cycles. Like sometimes it's like non-existent or really, 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 really low flow. And she's like, do you want me to change it? And I explained to her, me getting pregnant is not an option. No way, shape, or form. So what we decided is there's no harm in taking as a dose as I am at a lower weight. So that is my normal. So hits surgery June 1st, 2017. Anesthesia. My anesthesia was IV, not gas. And all birth control ladies should know that antibiotics can make your birth control not compliant. So I knew for a minimum of a month there was going to be a no-go on no protection with this girl. Oh crap, this video is getting speed up. I've watched my cycles. This is the full second cycle and everything's still running normal. I'm actually going to make him wait 6 full cycles where we're still using backup birth control. But my body's doing the exact same thing, and I may actually like wait out for a full year. But right now my cycles are the same, which means to me mentally, my body is absorbing my oral birth control, still the same, which is good. But mentally at the same time, I'm like, I'm not willing to risk a pregnancy. So there is my current absorption story of oral birth control for those ladies who want to take oral birth control instead of having an IUD or oh god, those things they stick in your freaking arm. What are those things called? I forget. So there you have it. TMI, not enough TMI, have questions, don't have questions, whatever. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in a week.